Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be teaching you guys on memory cache technique. Now our main goal for today, or the objective at the end of the lesson, is to define cache memory, the types of cache memory techniques, cache memory mapping, and to know some benefits of cache memory techniques. Now, when we talk about a cache memory, it's a chip-based computer component that makes retrieving data from the computer memory more efficient. As you see on the screen, it's a type of data storage. It's also a type of data storage used to store frequently accessed information for faster response time. It's a vital component in computer system and is used to improve system performance. So this cache memory we see on our screen here helps or stores information or data that are frequently accessed for faster response time and for more efficiency. Now in cache memory we have the types of cache memories, that's the levels of the cache memory. Now the level 1, which is the primary cache, or actually all the types of cache memory are used to reduce access times and latency. So with level 1, that's the primary cache, is extremely fast, but relatively small, and is usually embedded in the processor chip, also known as the control unit or the CU cache. Now on our screen we can see on the diagram that the cache, there is a word transfer between the CPU and the cache. The CPU transfers the word, then the cache. So actually the main memory sends the block transfer to the cache, then the cache stores the access information and transfers the word to the CPU. So the level 2, that's the secondary cache, is often more spacious than the level 1. The level 2 cache may be embedded on the CPU, or it can be on separate chip or coprocessor, and it has a high speed alternative system bus connecting the cache and the CPU. That's why it doesn't get loaded by traffic on the main system bus. Now the last level, the cache is a specialized memory developed to improve the performance of level 1 and level 2. Alright, now it's memory cache technique. When we say a memory cache technique, it's a form of a random access memory that stores recently accessed data for quick retrieval. Memory cache technique is also known as a memory caching, and it's a technique that allows computer application to temporarily store data in a computer's memory for quick retrieval. The temporary storage area for data is known as the cache. Now, in cache memory, we have the cache memory mapping, and the mapping provides the cache line number where the content is present in the case of cache hits, or where to bring the content in the main memory in the case of cache miss. Now this cache miss and cache hit we are talking about is simply an event in which a system or application makes a request to retrieve a data from a cache, but that specific data is not currently in the cache memory. There are several cache memory mapping, and they include the direct mapped cache, the fully associated cache mapping, and the set cache mapping, also known as the K way set associative cache mapping. Now with a direct map cache, it has it's each block is matched to a cache, or each cache is mapped to a block. It has each cache block mapped to exactly one cache memory location. As we see on the diagram, a block to a cache, a block to a cache. Now with the fully associative cache mapping, it's similar to the direct mapping in structure, but between a memory block to be mapped to any cache location rather than to a pre-specified cache memory location. As we see on the diagram, so it enables the memory block, that's the main memory over here, the blocks here, to be mapped to any cache, any one at all, rather than to a pre-specified cache memory location. So for the direct map cache, they are pre-specified, but the fully associative cache mapping, they just enable the memory block to be mapped to any cache rather than it being pre-specified. With a set associative cache mapping, it can be viewed as compromise between direct mapping and fully associative mapping, in which each block is located to a subset of cache location, as you see on the diagram. Now, the benefits or the advantages or the importance of memory cache technique, why memory cache technique is important or is needed, or the benefits we will get from it, is that it improves latency, it increases the throughput, it reduces power consumption, it improves reliability, and it increases scalability. Now, the memory cache here helps to reduce power consumption since it stores the frequently accessed information to avoid it being loaded and to avoid traffic in the computer system. And then it improves reliability. You can rely on the memory cache technique. You can rely on the information you stored there since it's faster and it stores its well. Thank you all for listening. This is the end of my presentation. Please do all to like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to turn on your notification button to be notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you. This is Deborah Kumson.